Hey, what's going on, man? Come on in.
All right, we are here with Mike Mazzales from the Twisted Axles. I'm sure most of my viewers know who he is. Right. Been in plenty videos.
Yeah.
So, we're filming the road to, I almost just said WrestleMania. I almost just said WrestleMania.
I miss WrestleMania.
The road to Autorama. We just watched Royal Rumble last night. Oh, right. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The road to Autorama. So, what do you have going on, man?
Well, I am working currently on a 1970 Dodge Coronet. You know, people will call it a tribute or a clone or whatever, because by the numbers, it's really not a Super B. But I built this car my way. I drive it a lot. It actually, the way that it worked out this year was we were planning on having 6 cars downstairs for Autorama, and you know, they have a committee and things like that, and they pick the cars that they're going to have downstairs for the show, and we had 6 cars and they all got rejected. But they said that we'll take 3 of the cars, move them upstairs, and one of them was my more ready car that's outside.
Beautiful.
And I told them that I would actually switch it out for this one. So I've had this car in Autorama before, but I plan to, I've never shown it the same way. It's always had some sort of change to it, different color, grille, lights, seats, rear tail panel, whatever it is, I make some sort of change to it, so it's never exactly the same car twice. So in this particular case, I built a new engine last season. The engine before this was actually sitting too high, so I had to build this black hood here. So yeah, man, you know, I went to a different engine and everything, different setup, and I always wanted to run this hood that's next to you right here. And that's actually a flat hood. It's actually a flat hood, and you can do a conversion to do what's called N96 fresh air. So it'll be a twin scoop hood, and you'll run an air box and things like that. So what I did is the hood was already painted, and I had to cut these holes out, so you're gonna get chips and things like that. So I just did the best that I could. I'm gonna put these hood scoops on this hood. I have to make a few more cuts on the bottom side. I just put this emblem on before you came over.
Oh, that's tough.
And then my friend Ron, he restored this airbox for me, and this whole unit goes underneath this hood.
Yeah.
And it's operated with a cable, a little lever on the inside of the car. There were some issues with this hood. I've had this hood since I bought this car in 2008, and there actually started to be some checking and things like that in the middle here. So I talked to my friend Rick, who's a awesome painter, man, and he kind of started blending some things in, and he actually cleared the whole thing. So, you know, it's no different than you, man, with the car community and stuff like that. Detroit has got some awesome car culture.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, we all stick by each other, try to help each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, so
that's how it should be.
Yeah, man. So that's kind of this. This is what I'm currently working on.
Okay.
Trying to get this to all work. I've never had to put one of these together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this basically all you need to be Autorama ready? To get the hood going? And
of course, I mean, if you're going Autorama, man, you got to probably spend like a week of wiping.
Oh yeah, wiping.
More, right. And there's some touch-ups here and there.
Oh yeah.
You know, and of course you're gonna vacuum and dust and all that sort of stuff. But another thing that I'm gonna do is, you know, last time I had the car, I kind of put it together real quick so I could just run it for 2024. But I had all these wires going in because I upgraded fuse blocks in the inside, relays for all the headlights. I made a few other upgrades, 1-wire alternator. So a lot of things happened last year. So I got a new cable from my friends at Roseville Moparts.
Oh yeah.
I got a bunch of different...
Those are the homies.
Yeah, man. I got a bunch of different parts from my friends at Mancini. So got a few things, and I'm going to try and tuck all these wires and hide them and make this look
there you go.
a lot cleaner, you know.
And that's one of my things I love about the carbureted combustibles and not the LSs. Got wires and sensors everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like to keep it, I like the old school, you know, you're keeping it simple, man. You need air, fire, right, spark, you know, that kind of deal, you know.
I think this is like half the car right here. This is the soul. And you put an LS in there, what's it got? I don't got no character. It could go fast and it'll start up, cool, but
yeah, well,
that's just me personally.
I think that's the way that the culture's kind of going, right?
It is. One of my videos I'm filming after you is putting an LS in a 57 Chevy.
Oh, wow.
And I told him it'll be a fun one because I'm an anti-LSer. And he said he's actually an anti-LSer and he's just doing it to see what it's about. See if he likes it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can make some big power, you know, twin turbo, all that kind of stuff. And it's cool to be able to just hit the key and it runs.
Exactly.
Or I got to kind of, you know, feather this. And
oh, yeah. Well, this is a whole different beast right here.
This carburetor doesn't even have a choke on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit of a handful, you know?
Yeah. But for something like mine to just get in and go, and then if I break down on the road, I don't need nothing to check sensors or none of that stuff. Just fix it and get on. Unless I blow it, up and just fix it on the side of the road. And I've done it multiple times.
Yeah. So another thing that I'm kind of worried about is, you know, I have hood pins on this hood.
Okay.
And I had to run these posts. Well, I don't plan on putting them in on this. So I got to take this off. There's always going to be some sort of touch-ups that you're going to have to do.
Yep.
Things like that, you know, I'll polish up some other things. And, man, that's Autorama, man. I mean, it's the same story every time.
I see you're missing some grill stuff.
Yeah, so I had the red high beams. I ran that for 2 seasons, and I'm going to go back to the amber.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. So while I have all that off, right, I can get in there and clean and, you know, do all of that. But yeah, Autorama's a whole lot of wiping, man.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I think I'll be there all weekend.
Okay, that sounds good, man.
So we'll see. In the basement, speaking of which, as a basement connoisseur, that scamp belongs in the basement for next year.
There you go.
Whoever has to hear it, that scamp. And what's that other guy? What's that car? That wild one?
Yeah, it's a 65 Coronet.
Coronet.
It's an altered wheelbase car. Right?
Yeah, that thing. That thing would shut the basement down, that thing.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Man.
But you know what? So I took the scamp and I said, nah, I'm going to put this in there.
He's going to be upstairs with it?
He's going to put it upstairs. All right. So it's going to have
that radical ass car is going to be upstairs. You'll see it. You can't miss it.
Yeah, man. I'm like, you know, it's perfect for upstairs too because it's got a lot of shock value. Right?
Exactly. I bet most people, the comments going to be, I wonder why this is upstairs. Yeah. This should be in the basement.
It's wild, man. I mean, it only has a windshield, you know? And huge ass tires on it.
I remember first time I seen it. I guess people say it's been around forever, but first time I seen it was the week before the Mopart show.
Yeah.
I saw him out somewhere. I'm like, what the heck is this? I think it was in Mount Clemens or something, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe he's had it all that long, but it is cool, man. It's radical as hell, for sure. But, yeah, that's kind of where we're at, man. I mean, it's you're going to wipe every single day and every nook and cranny until it's time to hit the show.
Do you get, because this ain't a cheap car. Right. Do you get super nervous people being around it all weekend? Do you feel like you got to be there watching everything, or you just like, if something happens, insurance will take care of it, that type of guy?
Well, all right, I'm going to say this. For the people that go to Autorama and you're going to put your car in and show your car, please, guys, do not have the stanchions that are up here that belong at the bank.
Oh, the super high ones. Yeah, the super high ones.
That can go into your car.
Fall over, yeah.
And if I'm going to take pictures of your car, I don't want to see
in the way, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense, like the little bars or something.
We make sure that our stanchions are far enough away, and we also made them so they're only like knee high.
Okay.
So, and we secure them.
Set them up. Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a little tidbit for the people that show their cars.
There you go.
I don't like when they have the yellow chain.
Yeah. It does. It's not good for pictures. And
spend all that time making your car shiny, and
then you can't even see it. And then just that, a little kid walking by bumps into that and right into the car.
Well, yeah, a lot of those people are not actually car people. They just want to see cool cars.
Yep, just there.
And you know, they're gonna touch it and things like that. Sure, I guess we always worry that something could happen.
Right.
But that's part of the game, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, one time I was at a show when I turned around and there was a guy that was all over my car. And it turned out it was a gentleman that was a special needs gentleman. So I let him touch the car because out of all the cars that were on that show, there were 400 cars in that show. that was his favorite car. So I
There
said,
you go.
go ahead, man.
There you go.
Know, and but then he wanted to bite the car. And
Relax now.
Something there, but there are limits. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But,
don't bite it.
Yeah, it's we are all in it together, so
That's awesome.
We just gotta respect each other.
Exactly.
Stuff, man, you know, it's all cool, man. Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm glad you came over, man.
Oh yeah, and of course we will be walking around once we're there and getting all the cars I'm doing in the road to Autorama.
Sure.
We're gonna complete walk around while they're there.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, you guys killed it last year with the Beehive.
Yeah,
That was a big attraction up there.
That was
Just that whole aisle with all these cars just sticking out. So, ooh, that was good.
You know, we had guys that had gone to Autorama 30, 40 years, and they're like, we had never seen a display like this.
Yeah.
And, they gave us a lot of props for that. So.
Yep, and I seen videos of it. I'm kind of sick I wasn't there personally to see you guys all cruising in. That was tough too.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I posted a couple of those videos. I see some of the people on social media actually downloading and copying my videos and then posting them as their own.
Are they really? Dang.
You know, that actually happens a lot nowadays. But,
Yeah, that must just be a you thing. I don't have that problem. No one steals my stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I know of, anyways. I haven't seen anything stolen.
I guess it's just the way that it is. Instagram is kind of
Yeah, but you mess with the more popular high dollar cars.
Yeah, maybe.
Is the Mopar stuff? Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah.
because the Mopar, anything Mopar is popular and huge.
So very Mopar heavy in this area. You probably already know that.
Yeah,
Right? If you go to Kentucky, Tennessee, those kinds of things, it's
Yeah.
Chevy country. You know?
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
It's different wherever you go.
There you go, man. But yeah, you know, I'm just I got a lot of touch-ups and things to do in here. 5-speed in the car, so I gotta kind of secure some stuff.
Yep.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. She looks like a comfy ride.
Yeah, man. You know, once we start driving a lot more, then bench seat just wasn't cutting it.
Yeah, and then you keep throwing yourself back in the seat, so you might as well be comfy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not a problem I have.
Yep. So that's about it, man, really. Yeah, it's
This thing is sexy. Like these ain't even like just cause the price and how shiny and nice they are, they're not up my alley, but I can appreciate how fucking sexy these things are.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate that. Well, thank you. Yeah, and you know what? And when you drive them and you take them out all the time, man, you're gonna get stone chips and things.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I see a lot of these guys with really nice cars and they're afraid to drive them, and they just
I can't do it. Can't do it.
I don't get it, man.
Like they're talking about one of the lowriders that's gonna be there, and it's a crazy. Everything's chrome. He's got a chromed out Kleenex holder.
Wow.
And I'm just like, that's crazy. I cannot own that car because I'd be driving it. I'd be driving it everywhere. And
Probably
you can't.
engraved. And
It's engraved, everything, gold,
Yeah.
silver. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm like, I couldn't have a car like that because I'd be out driving it and it'd be take the value right away.
Right. Yeah, that's a wild style, man. There's a lot of talent, a lot of custom touches in that style.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even in these ones,
Yeah.
because these are hard too.
Oh yeah.
I like that green Chrysler sign.
Yeah, I actually got invited to Wisconsin for a show where I put this car into a theater on a stage. And it's Fox City Modern Mopar Club invited us out there. We put our cars on a stage.
Oh, that's
People
tough.
waited 2 hours in line to come in and check out the cars
What?
and things like that. Yeah.
When was that?
That was quite a few years ago, man. So I drove
Sounds
this
fun.
car from Detroit to Wisconsin.
Oh, that's tough.
Twice.
I don't fist bump that.
We're talking
That's tough.
11 hours straight.
That's tough.
Through the UP,
Woo!
you know.
I've been through. You make me want to go drive right now.
Oh, yeah, man.
We just did. We
I
went
love
through the
driving.
UP. That's what we do. We go to St. Ignace and then
Yeah.
actual car show we skip and go sightseeing, driving through the UP, and then we come back when it's just a cruise again.
There
But
you go, yeah.
that's
See
what
the
it's all
covered
about.
bridge and,
Yep, yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it's all about, man. Driving them.
For sure. I agree with you, man.